Hey, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and one day I will be your favorite synced content creator. Alright, and Sync, thank you so much for following me on Twitter already. Alright, appreciate you guys. Alright, #1 Asian content creator right here, okay? Now, what I'm going to teach you guys today is the build that I've been using for elite runs. Alright, I'm just going to give you a demonstration of how this works and everything. We tested it live on stream today, and honestly, it works really well, okay? This is more of a supportive build, but it works really well whether you're in a team or fighting alone, okay? I'm just gonna show you the concept, how it works, all that kind of stuff, okay? Let's get right into it. First and foremost, for this build, what you need to understand is that I'm currently using it with the Doctor. It doesn't mean that it is only suitable for use with the Doctor, as you can play it with any character realistically speaking. However, I've used it with the Doctor because in my role in most teams is to act as the carry. Is to act as the support, not the carry, my bad. I like to act as the support, but I don't like to be useless. I like to, if I'm gonna play the support role, then I'm gonna make sure that I can carry the team through my support role, not necessarily carry in damage, okay? So let me show you first my Codex. What is my Codex right here? I have gotten all the basic stuff in the Codex already. This is just by doing the salvage runs, #2, as I've told you guys every single day. You really want to have all this because if you cannot use your medkits fast, you're going to get in trouble much later on, all right? Especially when combat and everything is flying all over the place, all right? I have gotten the LMG reload speed because I find it to be the most useful of the weapons right now, but we're slowly pushing up the ARs as well, and some of my later builds will feature the ARs, which actually can potentially be stronger, but I'll get into that another time, okay? For my companion tree, I've gone with the Crusher as well as the Suppressor, because these two are most important. Then I unlock the third tree, and I've started out by going for damage first, okay? So what is the concept here, right? Now that you understand the basics of the Codex and what I've done inside the Codex, all right, I'm going to talk about character. For this build, I choose Doctor. Once again, oh, got the skin for Ragna. Yeah, I'll equip that. Anyway, I choose Doctor because the Doctor can revive teammates faster, use medikits faster, as well as providing health via his Healer's Aura, which can really help to resurrect people. This will help you tremendously, especially in situations where you are the one who has to pick everybody up when they go down. I'm sure many of you have already encountered these situations in the elite runs, which is why I'm helping you guys out with this build. All right. Now, what mods are used for this build? Okay, the first concept of this build is to be able to disable opponents. So in PvE Port 3, you can get weak point stun. Please try and get this to gold if you can. It will give you a much higher trigger rate and improve the stun damage as well. It is very, very good to have weak point stun because you can stop primes and you can stop the normal trash nanos as well. All right, people may think, oh, stun, but when you pair it together with the stun and gun mod, this is where life gets good. The stun and gun mod, as far as I remember, is not available in the purple state. It is only available in gold from Mass Drops Plus. So what do you do if you don't have this just yet? Okay. There is something else you can do if you don't have that just yet. All right, I'm going to make a recommendation here. You can use Affliction Spreader. All right. Oh, sorry, this is also a gold only. My apologies. There is no Affliction Spreader as well. For your first elite run, you can use Second Wind. I do have the purple version of this. And for this slot, I still recommend Weak Point Stun. You won't be able to execute them, but for the basic elite runs, it's totally fine. However, once you get the gold mods, what you want is the stun and gun. This allows you to literally execute any nano, including prime nanos, all right, that reach a 35% health threshold. It is so good because it saves you on kill time. I was actually able to run through elite runs and do them exceptionally quickly thanks to the stun and gun, all right? And of course, I will demonstrate this in the combat showcase later. I'm not just going to explain this build and say, okay, here's the build. You guys, this is the best build. No, I'm not like that. I know some other creators are like that. We're not like that here. Here, we explain it and then we actually show it to you in an actual combat demonstration that is filmed without editing so that you guys really get the picture of how we do this, okay? Now, for your port 2, I highly recommend the armor breaker. This is exceptionally important. The energy rounds trigger only when you ADS, so make sure you are either ADSing or you are holding down the aim button so that you've got that zoom in fire. That will work just as well as ADS for firing the armor breakers. It will not fire if you hip fire, okay? So please be very aware of this. It is absolutely crucial. Try to get this to gold if you can. It is absolutely important. And of course, get all the energy round mods that you see during the runs, because this will make your energy round attacks so much stronger if the others come in, all right? But the armor breaker is essential because this is what will help you so much. Armor breaker is paired with your PvE port 4 armor transfer, which is one of the greatest sustain mods in the game. You can get this, all right, at purple and blue, but you want to have it at gold because it will give you double your max armor, all right, and it's a guaranteed trigger. This allows you to break a nano's armor to restore your own to full. This is such good survival, especially when you fight enemies that are way above your level. This is the thing that will keep you alive, all right? So in summary, what you want to have is stun and gun, armor breaker, weak point stun, and armor transfer. This loadout has just helped me push these elite runs exceptionally well, all right? For your companion choice, you are going to choose the Crusher. Why? The Crusher can stun, and of course he draws a lot of aggro. This is extremely useful. The Suppressor is a great companion, but it is a damage companion. If you are keen on playing the carry role in your team, all right, I will teach you the carry build separately, all right? But for this current build that I'm using, the Crusher is a superior choice, all right? Especially once you get the Morpheus Rage, it does so well. But keep in mind that because you are executing via the stun and gun, not via the actual execute command, you have to manage the hit points of your companion very well. If you don't, you're gonna fail, okay? For your weapon choices, all right, don't mind the Firewalker, that's for a later test. I highly recommend either the Deadly Tortoise or the Pocket Rocket. The Pocket Rocket can do exceptionally well, all right? And I have grown to favor it after somebody suggested to me. But Deadly Tortoise is well known for being one of the best guns in the game right now, so don't hesitate to use it. Next, for your gun, you will want to have the Whisperer as your secondary. The others are just not as good. And last but not least, you'll have the Onimaru as your melee weapon, okay? But now that I've explained this whole build, how does it actually work in combat? Let's take a look. I'm going to go into a combat demonstration soon. You're gonna see a little bit of a transitional cut. That's the only bit of editing we're gonna get because, as I mentioned, with these authentic builds, we show them to you, you know, properly raw footage. No editing, so there's no hanky-panky. We don't chop change footage here. No, we don't do that. We show you the authentic, real situation so you guys know that this is truly the best build. All right, so you're gonna see a little transition cut, and then we're gonna move to the combat demonstration segment. All right, catch you back in a second. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe already. All right. Okay, guys, welcome back. I did tell you that we are going to showcase the runs to you. All right. Just so you know, nothing has changed. We're still running the exact same build. Is this the most ideal build? Yes and no. Okay, but
what kind of trouble
I'm going to demonstrate that it does work efficiently for me, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So we'll just go into a quick solo run of 2-2. I have pushed way past that with my friends, obviously, but I know that many people would probably not want to look at one of those runs and say like, oh, well, he did it with friends. So just for the sake of authenticity, we will do this completely solo. All right, and I'll show you how it works. Basically, if your skill is not like the greatest in the world, that's totally okay. You will still be able to do relatively well. That being said, it does require you to understand how to properly do this kind of thing, all right, and how to overcome any of the difficulties that you may face. Now, what I usually do is I go with Pocket Rocket, Armor. I take 2 ranks of that. Okay, I'll take the Crusher equipped with Barbed Armor. I will usually get 1 med pack, all right, and if I can, I will buy up additional armor, and then I leave it at that because I'll save a little bit for better mods next round without having to refresh the mod list. Alright, so this is what I would usually do during the elite runs. And again, I'm demonstrating this solo because, like I said, not a lot of people, you know, they might come around and say like, oh, well, you did it with friends, you know, if I do it in a team.
Right then.
Although this build was originally intended for teams, it still works fairly well solo. So what you want to do at the start of any elite run, now granted this is elite 2-2, so it's not a full elite run, it's not a ranked one. But what you want to do at the start of any elite run is position yourself well and find a location where you can take care of the hordes. You must be able to delete the hordes quickly, alright, and try to avoid getting yourself killed too fast. Now, what is great about this build, as I've mentioned before, is that when you break armor, you restore your own, which is fantastic and awesome. And what you want to do is you want to stun.
What you get for making mischief?
Stun the first one, sync up, and don't waste your med kit, okay?
Churchill, how are you? Take down that nano. Gather round.
What I'll usually do is I'll just take my time to reload. Once I get my first nano, I'll heal up. I'll keep it stunned in between, as you can see. Works really well.
You lads and lasses make it too easy.
And it's over. Alright. This is easy enough to do. Make sure you always restore your ammo.
That's the spot.
Summon your crusher. Again, as soon as the round starts, hordes, please. Clear the hordes, execute as many of them as you can. Alright, break your armor to restore your own. Dodge attacks, don't just face tank. Make sure you know how to LMG cancel. Alright, the LMG, the last half a second of the LMG reload can be cancelled. Alright, take note. Alright, when it gets to about half a second left, if you dodge, you can cancel it and you still fully reload your magazine. Alright? It's a great way of maintaining your ammo count. Okay? And like I said, with this build, because you are stunning them frequently, they don't deal as much damage to you as they normally would, so it is less dangerous. Clear the hordes as soon as you possibly can. Okay? Rely on your energy rounds. That's totally okay. But do take note that when it comes to these guys, right, you can stun lock them and then execute them that way.
Churchill, on me. Ready for a tussle.
Now, since you cannot execute to restore your companion's health, just be very aware that you should restore by resummoning it to your hand when you can. Okay? That's one of the better ways to restore. There we go, nice and easy. So as you can see, it's not too difficult with this mod, it's pretty effortless. And what you want to do is you just want to delete anything that comes your way. Alright? Very, very used to deleting. Or else you are going to suffer. Now, where this build falters is against the Reapers. Why? Because Reapers do not take stats effects. You cannot stun a Reaper, no matter how hard you try. So, in order to deal with this, alright, please make sure that you guys kill off the ads and then finish off the Reapers last, okay? Because they cannot be stunned. You are better off stunning everybody while running and gunning, okay? And don't worry about whatever modifier is on the run. It will not affect you at all when you run this particular build because it's really easy. As I mentioned, there's going to be no cuts. I'm going to be talking you through this the entire way through so that you guys know this is how we do it, this is how we play, this is how we completely, you know, monster mash our opponents. Okay, once again, we're going to increase the damage dealt with firearms. We're going to go for maximum armor. Okay, and we'll refresh the mod list, see if there's anything else we can choose. We try to max our gun. And Morpheus Rage for your Crusher is absolutely excellent. Okay. Alright. There we go. You are as tough as nails now, and you've got all the offensive power you need. So what are you gonna do now? Kick ass, of course. Alright. Once again, positioning, positioning, positioning. When you're taking on these elite runs, especially solo, alright, try and choose an area where you can run. Doesn't matter where they spawn. You want to be able to run. You need to be able to run and you need to be able to gun. Okay, two things that you must be able to do. Keep in mind that you can reload while running, so if you ever need to run and reload, do it. Okay, it's not going to stop your reload if you start sprinting, like in several other games. So you can rely on this to get you through pretty easily. Now, if you find that your Crusher is in trouble or losing too much health, just recall it. It will restore fairly quickly. Send it back out, and we can ADS when necessary. Okay, don't try to somehow preserve your powers, and also even if you never pick up a single radio drop in this one, because this is one of the solo elite, extra elite runs, not the ranked ones, right? Again, for demonstrative purposes, like you don't have to pick up the radio drops in the second round because there's no more round time. Usually what I'll try and do is I'll try and send my dude out to engage whoever I feel is toughest, and then I'll just start running. If a situation or an area gets too hot, I will run and reposition. Then I'll let my nano do whatever it needs to do. It makes a great distraction, and then I will kill off all of these dudes as best I can. If you need to regenerate armor, let your nano do the work. Don't be silly. Get your armor restored. Even if you have to sit and wait, it's not like it's a bad thing or anything. Alright? Sometimes, yes, you can restore your armor by breaking nano armor in return, but you don't want to put yourself too at risk, especially if you're playing solo, and your power level is obviously not as high as mine. You are going to compromise your runs, and that's just me being honest with you. All right.
Head over there.
Once again, I'm applying the exact same principle here. Okay, there's no difference. I start by eliminating those that are ads or whatever, trash mobs. Start with those, and then after that I go after the big dudes, the primes. When necessary, I will just recall my dude, and then try and take out one first. After that, restore full ammo, stun, get in close. Get it up close and personal, don't be afraid, okay? Especially when you're just dealing with the primes that are left over. Don't be silly and, you know, not get in close, or, well, at least ADS if you're going to, because you must keep hitting the weak point in order to keep it stunned, alright? Send out your Crusher again. Pretty much good to go. Killing these ads does take a bit of time, but it's worth it, because once these are done, you don't have to sweat. Okay. Like so. We got to actually pick up the ammo. Lol. Bad my. Alright, once again, yes, there are some big dudes, but I usually just give them a quick stun and then I run.
Here we go.
Once again, if you have to summon your nano back, you don't have to recall it. You can actually just use the jump. Alright? don't hesitate to use that. It's a great way of calling your nano. Alright. Sometimes it's best to let it do a little bit of the hard work. I'll sometimes purposefully break armor just to restore my own. If you do get a chance to execute, which can sometimes happen if you like didn't stun a nano and it goes below the appropriate level, you can do things that way as well. And always be aware of when you can reload cancel. Alright, that's it. Area cleared.
Come on,
okay.
man.
So I hope this was a good demonstration of how this build works. It makes these runs so easy, especially if you want to do it yourself. You don't have teammates, things like that. You can absolutely clear these runs in a snap. Okay, but just be aware that this build is one that relies on the gold execute mod. It's a bit harder if you don't have that. So do the normal elite runs. Open up your master ops and go in there for the gold mods. Once you get the stun and gun mod, which again is only available at gold level, it is beautiful, my friends. It is beautiful. There is nothing easier in the game than just having that and just absolutely decimating your opponents. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the combat demonstration. I hope this was a good one. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support my channel, additionally, you want to keep us running, you can do so by supporting on stream in a variety of manners, like super chats, super thanks, all of this kind of thing. Genuinely helps, and of course, all of it goes toward making more content for you guys. All right, so now let's start at the tippy top because I have to thank all the best people on the channel. Let's see, starting right at the top, we have Big Chungus as our top tipper, top super chatter is Alien Frost 80. Top super chatter list, Holdedaki, King Anubis, River Archer 124. Top channel membership gifter is Nightshade. Thank you guys so much for all that loving support in September. And here are our top channel members as well. Thank you so much to the following individuals who have always given us love. Right at the top, we have Big Chungus at the only fan level. We've got Death Dawning 982 at Plus Ultra. We have Jerry Fast, OG Rogue Assassin, and Zach FG at Prestige. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of our honored robots as well. We have Corey Ryu, Kashiwa, Bob John, Cube, Devin Lashin, Mookie Mocha, Rena, Chase Taylor, Nathan Strong, Nightshade, Lady Neo, Joey Danze, Che D12, Syed Assad, Code CMF, Kami SMH, Conrad C, and Benjamin Savage. If you guys want to be on this list, all you got to do is get a channel membership, honored and above, and your name's going to be in here. And you get a shout out every video. Thank you to all of our cool and weird bots as well. I'll see you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, folks. Catch you later.